Good day, fellow music lovers and podcasters. This is once again Baxter, and I'm going to talk about this topic that is really popular these days. And it's all about stepping away, quote unquote, temporarily from social media. So, why am I doing this? I'm going to answer these questions. Why am I doing this? The benefits of doing this, the stepping away from social media. Then, what will I gain from this action? Basically, what's the end point? Why? Why am I stepping away temporarily? So please subscribe to this channel for more content. Okay. Like during the pandemic, we definitely don't have anything else to do outside. So we are mostly trapped inside our home. So we tend to do something that will get use of our creative juices. So one of the things that we usually do is either read other people's posts on social media like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. So those things, and well, they do have their positive aspect. Like they connect people together. Like if you're lonely and you don't have anyone to talk to, so what you do is you communicate, and you do this through private messaging and all, or at the same time reacting to posts, which at the same time creates this sort of a dialogue between you and other people. So whether that's you're talking to people within your area or you're talking to people overseas. So when you engage in social media, so it could have a positive psychological benefit for you. You don't feel alone anymore. But doing that after a long time, it becomes addictive. Like I'm not kidding when I say it becomes addictive. For instance, we tend to ignore the dark side of oversharing, and that is that we tend to rely on other people for validation. So, like for instance, we bought something like expensive, like a new shirt or a new bicycle or probably a new car. So what we tend to do is that we want to share it with other people, like get the reaction, like praise us, like, oh great, wow, you have this amazing bike, it's so beautiful, or you, wow, that car looks amazing, totally, we're so impressed with you. And after some time it seems harmless, but it becomes addictive, because what you do now every day is that you tend to go back and then you make these posts, whether that's about your personal life or people that you want to talk about, or maybe your favorite music. And after a while it becomes repetitive, and you have to take note that in order for you to create a habit, whether that's positive or negative, it takes 21 days, only 21 days of repetitive action. That becomes a habit in itself. You see how dangerous that is? On a positive side, if you want to, like, say, you want to have a good health or a great fitness level, so you start to go to the gym for like 21 days, and after that it becomes part of your habit. So even if you're not really motivated to go out, you have to, because it's a habitual act that you crave for. And then after 90 days, that habit becomes a lifestyle. So that's what you are. It becomes your identity. Like for instance, in my case, I tried learning how to ride a bicycle around 2016 because I was, overweight and kind of depressed. So I started riding the bicycle, and before I knew it, it already defined me as it defined my image. So I'm now a cyclist out of that, because the habit that I have created became a lifestyle, and that has become a part of me. So that's what I'm saying. Whether it's, well, the positive side is, if it's a good habit, then you will get a positive benefit out of it. But if it is a bad habit, then it's going to wreck your life. The benefits of doing this, the benefits of stepping away temporarily from social media are the following. Creating more focus on your interests. So, for instance, you want to learn how to play the piano. So, stepping away from social media creates that focus. Let you divide your time in how you study, whether that's music theory or practice, learning basic chords, things like that. So you don't get sucked in the black hole of social media because you're focused in learning a new skill, whether that's like I said, learning how to play the piano, or learning how to cook, or gardening. These things, they require focus and energy, because I want to create more focus on my interests. Another thing that I'm doing why I'm stepping away is because I want to discover and learn a new skill, whether that's how to repair a gadget, or learning how to do martial arts. You discover things when you are away from social media, because you tend to read more. That's the point there. Another thing is getting a different perspective about life and relationships. So sometimes you are trapped in a very toxic relationship, and when you share it in social media, what happens is that you either get enablers, or you get people who tell you, negative things, and these things are not helping you at all. It's not helping your relationship. And also, like, if you are dealing with things like fake news, so what happens is that the social media tends to amplify that, amplify the false information, and it gives you a perspective in life, because when you are away from social media, you tend to meditate, right? You have your moment of silence, so you tend to reflect what are the things that you need to do in your life, and what are the things that you need to let go. So that's it. So discovering, getting a different perspective about life and relationships. So the next thing is creating a sense of mystery about you, and therefore it renews the interests of friends and people in your circle, because let's face it, when you tend to overshare, people get tired of your stuff. You don't know that you're creating either a sense of jealousy among friends, or envy, which is really negative. And if you overshare, people will definitely lose respect. Take it from me, like I've known friends who used to be so popular, and then after a while, people started, saying, meh, he's like everywhere, or things like that. So basically, when your absence can create fondness. People will say, "Oh, what is he up to?" Oh, what is he doing now? But if you're oversharing, like every minute of the day, you're over there, and people see you in their feed, it's like they really get tired of you. So always avoid oversharing. So, what will I gain from this action? I look forward to have more time to study and create content, because I'm focusing my energy on creation of content and learning new ideas. Another thing that I would gain out of this is reacting less to issues that can trigger us, or you and me, in a negative way. So instead of engaging and become like what they say, a keyboard warrior, okay, and getting more enemies on social media. So keeping your mouth shut, okay, or keeping that hands away from the keyboard is more productive and more healthy. And of course, what do we get out of this? Well, we get to reinvent our image, especially when we are getting serious with our branding. Like if you're a content creator and you are concentrating on your brand, so stepping away from social media gives you more time to facilitate or talk to people who might help you with what you're doing, like whether it's a business idea or a brand idea. Then you delegate. You reach out to people that are there to inspire you. So I'm not saying that you should avoid doing that, or social media is bad or unhealthy. It's really good. Like for instance, if you have a brand, you're creating a brand, then it's a good way to advertise your brand. It's a good way to reach out to people, and also market your brand. So that's it. Those are my thoughts on why I'm stepping away temporarily from social media, and I hope you get something out of this. And if you have ideas that you can share with me, I'd be happy to answer those, and also I'd be happy to read those ideas in my upcoming podcast. So yes, so thank you so much for your time. You have a great day and stay inspired. Please subscribe to this channel for more content. Bye bye.